If you continue like this, trapped in cycles of lack, what was stolen will keep stealing from your future. Son, daughter, this is not a warning to scare you. It is the truth pressing against your life. You have labored tirelessly, given everything you have, and yet the resources you need remain blocked, delayed, or vanished. The weight presses down, anxiety grows, fear whispers that this is permanent. Scarcity tells you your chance for breakthrough may be gone. Urgency screams that if you don't act now, nothing will ever change. But hear me, the curse is not stronger than my hand. The oppression that has held your finances is not invisible to me. Psalm 41 is not written for those who ignore their pain. It is written for those willing to confront the root of what binds them. You exist, and because you exist, you perceive the void of provision, the invisible chains of limitation. You ask why your effort yields nothing. You wonder why blessings seem blocked when faith is full. This is not a test of how hard you can try. It is a call to recognize where human effort ends and my intervention begins. I am about to reveal the root of what has oppressed you, the hidden patterns that have perpetuated lack, and how my power can break the curse and restore what was lost. Do not scroll away or distract yourself. Every moment you remain in ignorance is a moment the curse continues. What comes next will expose the truth behind repeated loss, the unseen spiritual opposition, and why obedience and prophetic declaration are keys to release. Stay here, for I will guide you from hidden oppression to divine provision. When you realize the curse runs deeper than effort, the truth hits hard. Son, daughter, it is not simply bad luck or delayed blessings. Human effort alone cannot break cycles that have been entrenched for years, even generations. You have worked tirelessly, managed your resources, prayed, and done what you knew to do, yet the results remain the same. The frustration mounts and shame whispers that perhaps you are failing where others have succeeded. Fear rises as the realization hits. The struggle may be rooted in something far beyond your control. Moses understood this deeply. He faced opposition and scarcity not because he lacked diligence, but because forces beyond the visible were at play. The roots of financial stagnation are often spiritual, generational, or hidden in unseen patterns. Repeated losses, sudden failures, and unexplained setbacks are not random. They are indicators that the battle is not just physical, but spiritual. This moment, when effort seems futile, is the awakening to the reality that only God's intervention can address the root cause of what binds you. Scarcity intensifies the fear. Urgency tells you to act harder, to try new strategies, to borrow more energy than you have left. Yet this is where many fail. Exhaustion leads to missteps, and chasing solutions without spiritual alignment strengthens the very chains you seek to break. Psalm 41 guides you to recognize the hidden foundations of lack, exposing the spiritual mechanics that perpetuate financial struggle and preparing you for divine restoration. Understanding this is not optional. It is the first step in breaking the curse at the root. Psalm 41 reveals that the roots of financial lack often extend beyond the visible. Son, daughter, what appears as repeated bad luck or misfortune is frequently the result of unseen spiritual forces, generational patterns, or cycles of neglect and injustice that have taken hold over time. Moses encountered systems and circumstances designed to test faith and obedience, showing that human diligence, no matter how consistent, cannot dismantle what is embedded at the root. Understanding this is critical because if you address only the surface, the curse will persist. The spiritual dimension of financial oppression is subtle but powerful. Words spoken in ignorance, choices made without wisdom, inherited debts, and hidden patterns of scarcity all combine to limit provision. This is why Psalm 41 exposes the problem before offering restoration. God allows exposure of the root to bring clarity. The challenge is that many cannot see the underlying forces until they experience repeated loss, emotional strain, or opportunities blocked despite effort and obedience. Fear grows when the pattern persists. Scarcity whispers that you may never overcome it. Urgency pushes you to act recklessly, to chase temporary solutions without addressing the source. Yet divine timing, awareness, and alignment with God's principles unlock breakthrough. Moses' life demonstrates that when the roots of limitation are confronted spiritually, provision and restoration can follow. This awareness prepares you to cry out in surrender, a step that opens the door for supernatural intervention and the breaking of cycles that human effort alone cannot touch. When crying out becomes your strategy, you step into the place where human effort has failed. Son, daughter, this is not a polite request or a ritualistic prayer. It is raw, desperate, and honest. Psalm 41 teaches that spiritual honesty and surrender are more powerful than endurance or clever strategies. Moses cried out from a place of exposure, from the pit where repeated losses and unrelenting pressure had stripped away pride and pretense. This is the moment when the voice of despair is transformed into the language of divine alignment. Crying out in honesty aligns you with God's intervention. Desperation, when surrendered, becomes your most effective tool. What you could not fix by yourself now becomes the space where God acts. The curse that has repeatedly blocked provision, trapped finances, and delayed blessing begins to weaken the moment you abandon pretension and allow truth to surface. Your prayers are no longer constrained by performance or shame. They are activated by faith and prophetic declaration. This is also the moment of prophetic authority, speaking over the roots of financial stagnation and declaring God's intervention establishes spiritual legality. Few dare to confront the root causes with honesty. Many continue to push, struggle, and hope in vain. Scarcity tries to convince you that silence is safer, that praying boldly is risky. Fear whispers that admitting vulnerability will cost you everything. Yet Psalm 41 teaches the opposite. Surrender opens the channels of provision and breaks chains that effort alone cannot undo. Write a prophetic phrase over your finances. God, I break every root of lack and curse in my life, and I receive divine provision now. This act seals your alignment with His power and positions you for breakthrough. When human effort fails, God moves. Son, daughter, this is the point where the invisible hand of divine intervention lifts you from the pit of financial oppression. Psalm 41 shows that provision is not always a result of hard work alone. It is a result of divine action. What Moses could not achieve through diligence, planning, or perseverance, God accomplished supernaturally. Doors open that were previously sealed. Obstacles collapse that human effort could not remove. This is where scarcity loses its grip, where fear of ongoing lack dissolves, and where hope returns unexpectedly. Divine intervention does not always announce itself with noise or visible signs. Often it moves quietly, overturning the strategies of limitation before the person even perceives it. Moses' restoration was not gradual. It was immediate, decisive, and transformative. The chains that held his resources and potential were broken at the root. Psalm 41 teaches that supernatural provision comes when you have exhausted every human option, when desperation aligns with surrender, and when prophetic declaration activates authority over what has hindered you. Relief floods in, but it is more than relief. Awe and reverence accompany the breakthrough because you witness firsthand that the curse has no power against my intervention. Scarcity's lies and the fear of continued lack lose influence. Urgency transforms into expectancy as you begin to recognize my timing and alignment. This is a moment to anchor in faith, not just celebrate temporary provision. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to help spread this message to other sons and daughters trapped in cycles of lack. Your engagement supports divine restoration, reaching those who are silently struggling with financial oppression. Stay focused. The final topic will show how to transition from surviving debt and lack to standing in steadfast abundance. From debt and lack to steadfast abundance, this is where true restoration occurs. Son, daughter, Psalm 41 does not end with temporary relief. It culminates in long-term authority over finances and provision. Moses did not emerge from hardship merely surviving. He emerged standing firmly, secure in what God had established. The curse that once constrained is broken at the root, and the cycle of limitation no longer holds sway. What was intended to steal, block, or delay has been overturned, replaced with divine alignment and consistent provision. This restoration is comprehensive. It includes not only financial resources, but also spiritual wisdom, clarity in decision-making, and alignment with God's principles. Fear of lack no longer dictates your actions. Anxiety about the future is replaced with confident trust in God's sovereignty. Scarcity's whispers lose power because you now operate from the rock He placed beneath your feet. The principles Moses followed reveal that enduring provision comes when obedience, prophetic authority, and surrender converge, creating a life anchored in abundance and resilience. Seal this moment by aligning your heart with God's will. Pray the Lord's Prayer, declaring faith, trust, and release of all that opposes provision. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Your journey has moved from struggle to authority, from lack to abundance, from limitation to divine provision. Stand firm, son, daughter, and walk in the freedom and restoration God has set before you.